Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another holiday tutorial. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this yet, only because when I sat down to film it, I had one thing in mind and then kind of turned into something else. So the way I would describe this is a smoky, sparkly, bronzy kind of eye. I think it's going to be pretty universally flattering. It will go with anything that you could possibly think of to wear, and I think it'll bring a little bit of drama but not be too much where the average everyday person wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the video. Please thumbs up if you do enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. I'll be back in a couple of days with some more videos. I love you more than you will ever know. Bye! Alright guys, foundation and brows are already done, and then I went ahead and primed my eyes with my Prolongwear concealer from MAC and NW20. It's a little bit lighter than the rest of my face. And then I'm going to start off with our transition color, which is Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, and on a fluffy E40 brush from Sigma, I am going to start working this into the upper crease of my eye. I'm going from inner corner to outer corner today with this particular shade. I say it in every single video. I firmly believe that your transition color is the absolute most important part of your blending process. You need to make sure it's the right shade and it's in the right location. In this case, this color is very, very light. It's a light peach color, but I wanted to make sure that it was kind of a little bit more deeper. So really. So I kind of had to go in and do a couple of layers, but every time I added a layer of the color to build up the intensity, I blended it out. Then I went in with Saddle from MAC, which is the gorgeous caramel color. I mentioned it in my favorite MAC eyeshadow video. And on a slightly more dense blending brush, I'm packing this a little bit lower into the crease, adding small amounts as I go. This color I also wanted to be very, very deep, very blended though. It needs to be blended softly into that peach smoothie color that we lay down first. So I'm going in small amounts and building up the intensity and then blending it out with my E40 that I started with. Then I'm going in with Embark from MAC, which is a deep dark brown color, and on a tapered blending brush that's a little bit smaller, I'm slowly starting to pack this out into the outer corner. What I did in this process is add a little bit of Embark in the outer corner, and then I would blend it out. I repeat this process a few times. And I did this because in the beginning of the look, I really thought the Embark was going to be the darkest brown color that I introduced into it. So like with the other colors, I wanted it to be on that lid, but I wanted it to be very saturated, but very blended. So in order to achieve this with dark colors, especially if you have small hooded eyes and you don't want to lose control of the color placement, you need to go in and add small amounts of the color and then blend it out with the brush that you use to lay down the color before it. So the color that I use to add Saddle is the brush that I'm using to blend it out. The brush that added Saddle is the brush that is blending out Embark. That's what I was trying to say. Then I added a little bit of Carbon from MAC. Any black shadow will do into the outer crease. I just kind of started packing it out there. At this point, the look was kind of going in a different direction than I wanted it to, but I was just going to keep going with it. The black is optional because we are going to go back in with a much darker color here in a minute. But that is what I'm doing here, and you guessed it, we're blending out the same brush that we added the Saddle color with to make sure that the colors are nice and blended on that lid. Then I'm going in with Woodwinked from MAC. It's a gorgeous bronzy color. And I'm packing this all over the mobile lid, focusing most of the saturation of it towards the tear duct, and I'm moving it outwards towards the rest of those eyeshadow colors. This is really funny because this eyeshadow look is bronze, but when it's done it looks silver. Like, tell me if I'm crazy, but it looks silver to me towards the end of it. Then I added some Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. It's like my favorite makeup product ever in this whole wide beautiful world, and I'm putting it all over my lid with my finger. And then I'm taking Day Gleam Pressed Pigment from MAC. I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus, and then I'm going to push that all over my lid with my finger just to top off that color, bring a little bit more extra sparkle and dimension. You don't even have to do this, but I thought this is what kind of took it to the next level, as do all pressed pigments. They're absolutely brilliant. Then I'm taking my Kat Von D Trooper liner. I can't get in focus, goodness. And I'm just lining my lash line with it. I'm just doing this to add some depth there when I go with my false lashes. I don't want you to be able to see a separation of the band to my eyelid. Speaking of false lashes, I am curling them and putting on mascara to prepare them for the false lashes that I'm going to go in with here in a couple of minutes. Excuse me, my mouth is so dry. I need some tea Green tea me, dude. Wow, stop talking. Tight line, whatever. Now I'm going on to NARS Coconut Grove eyeshadow. This is that darker shadow I was talking about. I really accidentally got out of frame for this part, so it's not in the video, but trust me when I say I packed a lot of Coconut Grove in the outer corner and I blended it out a lot. Then I'm going with Foxy lashes from KoKo Lashes and just popping those on with some tweezers as I always do. And then I moved on to doing the other eye and I added the rest of my foundation. I only did the foundation near my eyes at that time, so I had to put it all over the rest of my face. Ow! Just hit my hand. Now I'm doing rice paper on the brow bone like always. As you can tell, the outer corner is really dark and it's really blended, so just take your time with that Coconut Grove or whatever dark shadow you put out there and blend it out. But that's really going to bring us our depth. Then I added some Nylon in the outer corner like always, inner corner like always. Wow, I'm a stuttering Stanley today. And I blended it out because I didn't want it to be too harsh. Now I'm adding my concealer. The only reason I include this in my video at all anymore is not only because I want you guys to know that it is always an option to bring that highlight to the face. I'm definitely going to do it for these holiday looks because I want to really bring the glam and I want it to look good in pictures. But I also want you guys to understand the sequence of events. There's no point in doing your under eyelash area and then putting concealer on top of it. That's why I do it first. But I would take that concealer down the bridge of my nose, up on my forehead, and my cupid's bow on my chin. And then I do the same thing with my Radiant Rose Prep and Prime highlighter, which is very, very optional. But I like to put small amounts of these two concealers on top of each other instead of a lot of one. This is just kind of my system. You can definitely do what you want, but it works for me and it looks amazing on my clients as well. So yeah, blending that together, getting it all over there. Then my fingers are filthy. Then I'm taking Banana and Vanilla from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and the contour kit palette, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just setting my areas of my face that I highlighted earlier. So that's under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin, because I just want to make sure that I don't add face powder later to set the rest of my face and it be the same color as the rest of my face. Now I'm taking that saddle on a pencil brush and I'm pushing that all underneath my lash line like I always do. I really take my time and buff this into that area so it's nice and fluid and not choppy, and then I always go in with a bigger brush to kind of soften the outer edges of it so it blends better into my skin. I think that's a really, really key part to doing your bottom lash line area, is making sure that if you're gonna bother with this, that the outer corner of your transition color blends really nicely into your skin. I don't know if you can tell, but I did wrap that saddle around my entire eye. Now I'm just taking some of that Coconut Grove and I'm pushing it really, really close to my lash line area. I will tell you guys, if you're gonna do something like this, like taking a black or a dark brown and pushing it really close to that area, make sure you blend it out really well with another color, because if you don't, it'll just kind of look like your eyeliner is kind of falling all over your under eye area. Wow. I think I've said under eye area like 20 times. That's a tip. Make sure you blend it out with a brown color. Don't just slap black or dark brown underneath there. Blend it out. Speaking of eyeliner, I'm going in with Teddy from MAC. It's a dark brown eyeliner. You can use any one you want, or you can skip that part altogether, but it's kind of my jiggity jam to put some eyeliner in that waterline. And then I just added a hair more saddle just to blend it out even further, and these are the finished eyeballs. Now I'm going in with Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and I'm going to take, this brush is from Sigma. I use it to bronze up the areas of my face, and I have like kind of a narrow bone structure on the outer part of my face. That's why I pull my hair taut like that, just to make sure the bronzer really gets there. And on my forehead, I never put bronzer on the center of it. It's only on the outer part. Then I'm taking Java from Anastasia Beverly Hills on my NARS Eater brush, and I'm going to contour the backs of my cheeks. Obviously, this is all in fast motion because you guys get the idea at this point. I always go in with this Sigma fan brush to blend everything together. I don't just lay down a contour with that Eater brush and not blend it, because it does a perfect job of laying that contour down, but it does make it really kind of like harsh. So I just want to soften it up just a little bit, and I blend this out for a good minute. Now I'm going in with Peaches blush from MAC, which is kind of my favorite like bold blush. I normally go for more neutral. That's a lot. Dang, girl. Luckily I go in and blend that out. But I'm just putting this all over the apples of my cheeks. Peaches is a gorgeous, healthy flush on the skin, and it looks great on everyone. Now I'm going in with Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in Moodlight, I believe, and I'm putting it with a small, precise E40 brush. No, it's either 220, 212, I don't remember. It's a brush, and it's going around the areas of my face that I want it to go. I don't like to go too slap happy with highlighter on my face. I've said it before. Now I'm taking Nice and Spicy lip pencil from MAC. I forgot to include it. I feel kind of weird whenever I do like a deeper like lip liner and a lighter lip color as it pertains to nude lips, because my lips are really full in the center and thin on the outer part, so it kind of looks a little bit cartoonish with how big they look. Speaking of which, this is Lime Crime Coquette that I'm putting all over my lips. You'll see what I mean when in a second. So I'm actually going to go in and blend my lip liner and my lipstick together so they don't look huge. I know everyone is super into big lips. My lips are just kind of shaped weird, so if I try to overdraw them or accentuate the shape of them, it looks kind of weird and kind of a little bit ridiculous. So I'm just blending it together with a lip brush to make sure that it's a little bit softer. Then I'm going to go in with Bite Beauty Rambutan lip gloss to top it off, optional. I kind of wish I would have done a bold lip with this look, but you know, it is what it is. Nice to do a nude lip every once in a while. Then I just set it all with Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray to make sure it lasts all night. And that's it. I love you guys. Talk to you soon.